Hello everybody, we're here at RemoteCon with yet another very interesting product demo on remote work tools. Here with us now we have Yabbu, a communication tool that fuses collaboration and face-to-face meetings into a new way of working together. It is a social innovation camouflaged as a simple software-as-a-service solution meant to prevent video fatigue. Yabbu is saving up to 50% in meeting time, creating faster and better decisions and energizing teams. It's like WhatsApp, but for meetings, a simple and flexible tool with a strong focus on sharing information and an online discussion. This new way of working together kills off bad meetings, it creates ownership for the whole decision process, and it energizes teams to get things done together. It was founded in 2016 by Willem Jacobs in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Willem has also developed the first version of the energy transition model, which is an education platform around energy matters used by governments and corporations, NGOs and educators in various countries. He dislikes meetings where no progress is made, therefore from there on he had a huge drive to make Yabbu a success. For our demo here today we have Willem Jacobs, the founder of Yabbu. Hello Willem, nice to have you.
Hi Alexandra, thanks for the great introduction.
So I would say that for a distributed team or for a remote team, having actually more effective meetings would be a godsend. How are you actually trying to achieve that, and how does the product work more precisely?
Yeah, exactly. It's about what you told just before. Many of us can't get the actual work done because we're in too many meetings. And with all the video meetings going on these days, it didn't get any better. We're even suffering from a new phenomenon called video fatigue. But hey, I assume you're watching this video because you have a need for better meetings. So let's talk about that. Yabbu makes meetings less time consuming and better by asynchronously processing the agenda. So let me show you how it works. And let's log in. So when you go to Yabbu, you see by default the meetings you're participating in. So I can open the menu, but it speaks for itself. So I won't go into that. So let's just start with a new meeting. I want to show you how easy it is to hammer out a new agenda. So basically here we can add the title and the purpose. Here I can add some participants. And the next step would be to add the meeting date, and finally I can write the agenda. So this could be an example.
Basically, what you're trying to do very much with the product is get a principle of efficient meetings and turn it into a software. That's why you have the agenda there, and you're trying to kind of make everybody be aware of it, right?
Exactly. So basically, with Yabbu, you force yourself to be more precise about what you want to achieve and what you're expecting from whom. So that's also what's stated here when you build the agenda. It's not just that you call a meeting, but it's really about precisely with each agenda item, who is in charge, and it's about engaging people prior to the meeting so they bring quality to the table. Mm-hmm. And I will show you later when I publish that people can even contribute before the meeting starts. So that also creates a lot of ownership and engagement, which is very helpful to get to quality decisions. So basically, it's this easy to start a new meeting. So once I publish, it will be people will get an invite. But now let's go back to my drafts because I already prepared one in more detail. So basically, I call the meeting the weekly hang number 27. That's upcoming week. And I invite David, Mariah, and Susan. And Mariah is also an author, like me, by default, because I'm starting the meeting. And when I'm an author, I have some additional rights like dragging and dropping the agenda items. I can reopen agenda items. I can change the schedule and stuff like that. So here's the schedule. What you see is that I aim for a live meeting, but you can even process the entire meeting asynchronously. So then I would have chosen no. So, but let's assume I'm aiming for a Zoom call on June 30 at 10 o'clock. And basically the Yabbu meeting closes 24 hours after, so I can make final notes even after the meeting if I want to. And that's what Yabbu is also about, because if we go back to the inbox, what you see here is that these are my open meetings, but it keeps track of all closed meetings. And basically there is a search function, so I can search through all the closed ones. And all those meetings, they are perfectly documented, including decisions and including the tasks. So, but let's go back to the drafts. So I'm working on the weekly hang. So let's go to the agenda. So I'm very precise about what I want to achieve. So in this case, the first agenda is about marketing materials. And it's about finalizing the list of marketing materials we need and about dividing the tasks. So, and actually I'm asking Mariah explicitly to come up with a proposal. And that's very helpful when I publish this meeting. So basically, let's do it right now, because I'm finished. Now let's do one more thing, by the way. Let's add some durations. So what I can do is add the durations of the agenda items. And what you will see is that in the draft meeting, but also after I publish this one, the schedule basically is here. So I see that the meeting starts at 10 and it will end at 11 because I have 3 agenda items of 20 minutes.
It's actually quite useful.
So, yeah.
It's quite useful. I'm thinking of many meetings that went too long because we didn't know exactly how much we're talking about anything. So. Yeah,
exactly. And people sometimes say, yeah, but I want to have more freedom, and you know, you know, I don't know exactly what agenda items take the most time, but we say that it's all a matter of filling it in, because then you start thinking about how it might go, and just by inviting people to the meeting and then feeling like, okay, we'll see how it goes. It doesn't work, because often it happens that that people plan for an hour, but after an hour there is many things that still weren't discussed, and people are really disappointed. So it really makes sense to have an idea about the duration of what you want to talk about. So that's totally true. So, but once I publish this one, then let's go to, now I'm going to be Mariah. So I published this meeting. So what you see now is that it's in my inbox, okay? So, but I'm going to log out, so you're going to see how one of the participants will see this meeting, okay? So now I'm going to be Mariah. So, and this is basically her landing page. And what you see here is that it keeps track of all the unread things. So when I get back to Yabbu, it helps me to understand where I have to look to see all things that are new to me. So basically I can click it. And this way it goes to the first unread item. So I understand that this is the first agenda item. But you know, I can also go to the next one. So basically in my landing page with my meetings, that's also my navigation pane, so to say. So now I know there is an agenda with 3 agenda items, so you can already comment, because I'm Mariah and I'm asked basically to come up with a proposal. So I might do that. For example, say, here's my proposal, including the tasks, and we can upload the document and submit it. So basically, this is the way we can start processing a meeting, and I can show you how it works for a meeting with already some content. For example, if we go to this meeting, it's called the Yabbu implementation. What you see here is that 2 agenda items were already done, and they were crossed off. But let's go to an example what the interaction looks like when people start communicating through Yabbu. So what you see here is that John was asked to, so we want an answer to this question, how we do save time with Yabbu. And John was asked how it works, and basically John gives an answer. David here asks a question about it. John responds to it, and finally he concludes that this agenda item can be closed. So basically what happens, this way you can work through your agenda asynchronously. And let's go back now to the weekly hang. So what we already knew is that this meeting takes an hour from 10 o'clock till 11 o'clock, okay? So, but assume that this agenda item is done now. I can close it. I'm gonna do it just for example purposes, for demo purposes. But what you will see now is that the meeting got shorter, okay? So the first agenda item is already crossed off and the meeting is only on June 30. We're before the meeting. What I see now is that there is only 2 agenda items left, so the meeting will be 40 minutes. So this way, you can save a lot of time. And also for the other agenda items, I'm sure that the people who already contributed there, they are very well prepared and will bring quality to the table. So even for more difficult topics, it will be way more easy to process them during the physical meeting. So let me show you also some last details that might be interesting to you. So for example, when I can comment, but I can also reply one level deeper, okay? So if there are many comments, I can also reply in between, basically. What I already showed you is that you can close an agenda item. What's also pretty cool is there is a document preview. For example, in this meeting, what I see is that there is a couple of documents attached. But by clicking it, I don't need to download it, but you can just look at the document and read it. And this is an example about all the goals you might have when you start using Yabbu, okay? A last thing that I want to show you is that I also did it here in this meeting. You can add a team to the meeting. So, no, I didn't add a team to the meeting. So let me add a team to the meeting. For example, the marketing department. So, and basically all the people in the marketing department, even they're not a participant, they can co-read. And that's very valuable because this way you build basically a knowledge base, because then this meeting and the minutes and the documentation is available to all the people in the marketing and sales department. So when they start searching, it will be available and included in the search. And they can even filter on their marketing team, marketing and sales team, and that way they can find the information that's included in these meetings as well. So this is a great way basically to build more transparency and to start working on a knowledge base basically that really works. Yeah, so I actually would like to say to you all, please do yourself a favor and also respect the time of other people. That's a very important part of Yabbu, and start with your Yabbu tomorrow. Yeah, actually, what's interesting is that if people really start using it in their actual work, after 2 or 3 times, they're kind of hooked. So they won't stop because it really works. I think what they especially like, because there are quite some meeting tools out there that are online portals where you can share information. But the fact that this is a communication app for your meetings, that really makes a difference. And that makes it really easy for people to process their meetings. What people say to me is that the difference, if they already used any other tool, is that this really makes it fluid and easy. It doesn't feel like an administrative hassle. It's even better because they don't have to write minutes anymore, and everything is well documented.
It's basically, so it's not a tool for videos, obviously, so you have integration with Zoom and probably other platforms. It's basically a tool for creating a habit, let's say, a good habit of communication, of meetings.
Yeah. That's true. Basically, there are many workshops, there are many trainers that only have one purpose, and that's to make people meet in a better way. But basically, we say, if you just agree with your team or the people you meet with that you use Yabbu, then you're on a cycle of continuous improvement. That's insane. You can talk with people and come up with 1,000 rules, but we believe that this is really easy way.
Thank you very much, Willem, and thank you for being with us. So there you go, an efficiency principle turned into a software tool. Remote or not, having an effective meeting is an essential element for our day-to-day activities. If there's a tool that can truly help us with that and create a better habit for us, then I would definitely give it a try. Test out Yabbu yourselves, check out the RemoteCon webpage for more details on the product, and tune in the conference for more details on remote work tools. Thank you.